In this economy, we need to stretch every dollar. Today, we are going to take 15 grocery store items and put 4 stores to the test. Which store has the lowest prices and which store has the highest prices that you may want to avoid? The results might surprise you. So for the items I'm going to show you, I actually went and shopped at Walmart. All these items came from there. And then I went to the other 3 stores throughout the same week. Okay, so comparable time frame. I bought a lot of store brand items. For example, the crackers. Those are store brand. They're not like the Keebler brand or whatever the technical brand is. When it comes to the cheese, I did not buy like Kraft cheese. I bought whatever the generic brand is for that store. Okay, I typically shop generic where I can. Hopefully all that makes sense. Let's kick it off with a 4-pound bag of sugar. So this is just your typical run-of-the-mill baking sugar, something just a staple in the pantry. At Aldi, I found it for $2.99. At Walmart, I found it for $3.14. Kroger, $2.99. And Target, $3.29. Now, we are going to track which store is the highest on price and the lowest on price for all these items. So let's take that bag of sugar, and for the highest price, we are going to throw it over here into Target. And then we had a tie on the low price of $2.99 for both Aldi and Kroger. So we're going to put a bag of sugar under both Aldi and Kroger. And with that, we can move forward into baking powder. This baking powder was a 8.1 ounce can. I got the same at all different stores. At Aldi, it was $1.95. At Walmart, it was $1.98. Kroger, $2.69, and Target, $2.19. So we will put the baking powder under Kroger for the highest price, and we will put it under Aldi for the lowest price. Our next item is chocolate chips. So this is a bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. It is a 12-ounce bag. At Aldi, we would have paid $3.13, Walmart $3.13, Kroger $3.59, and Target $3.29. So for our highest price on chocolate chips, that will go to Kroger. And our lowest will be tied at Aldi and Walmart with that $3.15. So let's put those chocolate chips there. Next, we have a head of cauliflower, which typically isn't sold by weight, but rather you just pay for 1 head of cauliflower. So of course the size can vary. The price I found at Aldi was $2.95, Walmart $3.12, Kroger $3.29, and Target $3.39. So the cauliflower for the highest price will go under Target, and for the lowest price will go under Aldi. Next, we're going to talk about green grapes. Grapes, of course, are sold by the pound, so I'm giving you the price per pound. The price per pound at Aldi was $2.98. Then at Walmart, a pound of green grapes was $2.12. At Kroger, it was $1.69. And I will say for this one, I do know that was a sale price. Now, it is debatable if we want to count sale prices or not, but on that day, if I would have bought them, I would have paid $1.69. And then at Target, they were $1.99. For green grapes, we're going to put it highest under Aldi and lowest under Kroger, but it wouldn't always necessarily be under Kroger. Sales do make a difference. Obviously, the time of year makes a difference. So with all prices, there is going to be some fluctuations. All right, our next item is Honeycrisp apples. Again, these are going to be by the pound. For Aldi, I found them for $1.99 a pound. At Walmart, I found them for $2.38. At Kroger for $2.59. And then at Target for $2.33. So for Honeycrisp apples, we are going to put them at a high price under Kroger and a low price under Aldi. Next, we have potatoes, and this was a 5-pound bag of potatoes. So at Aldi, we found that for $3.79. At Walmart for $2.97. At Kroger for $3.19, and Target for $3.29. So our high price for potatoes is going to be Aldi, which is kind of surprising. And our low price is going to be Walmart. Next, we have just your basic bread. This is not a fancy, wheat, honey oat, anything just fancy or special. This is just your basic white bread. At Aldi, we found bread for $1.39. At Walmart for $1.42. At Kroger for $1.79. And Target for $1.49. Now on this one, the highest price is Kroger, and actually this was on sale. I do remember this one. The full price or non-discount price was $1.99. Kroger was actually the highest price even with it being on sale. Very interesting. And then we are going to put bread for the lowest price under Aldi. Next, we got butter crackers. These could be found at Aldi for $2.95, Walmart for $2.98, Kroger for $3.29, and Target for $3.79. We are going to put butter crackers for the highest under Target and the lowest under Aldi. Next, we have like a 1 pound roll of like sausage or like breakfast sausage. We found that at Aldi for $2.89, at Walmart for $3.98, at Kroger for $4.49, and at Target for $3.49. We are going to put it under the highest for Kroger and the lowest for Aldi. All right, now we're going to talk applesauce. This container of applesauce is 46 ounces. We found it at Aldi for $3.09, Walmart for $3.12, Kroger for $3.39, and Target for $3.39 as well. So our high price is going to be Kroger and Target, and our low price is going to be Aldi. Next, we have a container of yogurt. Now this yogurt is 32 ounces or 2 pounds of yogurt, and it is a basic like plain vanilla type yogurt. Okay, I tried to find that across the board. It's not Greek. It is not anything really fancy or name brand. It's just the basic yogurt I could find. So at Aldi, it was $2.59. At Walmart, $2.76, which I do have to say my child has really been enjoying the Walmart yogurt. Kroger, $2.99. We bought theirs recently and I was not actually happy with it. It just didn't look near as appetizing. So gonna stay away from that one. And then at Target for $3.49, I felt like on this one, Target did not have the best selection in general. And I was just sort of shocked at how limited their grocery selection actually was. For yogurt, we are gonna put the high price as Target and the low price as Aldi. Next, just a single block of cream cheese. Now, I know you can buy these in larger quantities and maybe get a better deal, but we're just comparing single to single to single to single. For cream cheese at Aldi, it could be found for $1.75, Walmart for $1.77, Kroger for $2.19, and Target for $1.89. So for the high price, we are going to put cream cheese under Kroger, and for the low price, we will put it under Aldi. Moving on to Colby Jack shredded cheese. So we are talking a 2-cup quantity or an 8-ounce bag of shredded cheese. At Aldi, we found that for $1.86, Walmart $1.97, Kroger $2.29, and Target $1.99. So we will put Colby Jack cheese for the high under Kroger and the low under Aldi. Our final item is penne pasta, just a 16-ounce or 1 pound box of pasta. So at Aldi, we found it for 98 cents. Walmart, 98 cents, Kroger, $1.25, and Target, 99 cents. So for the high, we're going to put penne pasta under Kroger, and for the low, we're going to put penne pasta under both Aldi and Walmart because it is a tie. Okay, so we broke down each item. Now let's take a look overall. So let's look at the high prices. Clearly, Kroger was the loser here, which really bums me out because I enjoy shopping at Kroger. I was shocked that Target didn't get more high prices for the items because personally, I have a bias that Target is expensive. I think when it comes to Kroger, basically you need to only shop items that are on sale or you have coupons for. I think of the 4 stores, Kroger has the most deals available, but maybe it's all like a trick. Maybe Kroger has high prices and then they mark everything on sale and make it look good. So I think that's something to watch out for. And I think this is where it's important to know your prices. Know what you pay for a box of pasta. Know what you pay for applesauce. When you know prices on different meat items or even just basic condiments and cheeses and things, it helps you not get taken advantage of and know maybe certain items I'd buy at a certain store, like meat, for example, bacon. I didn't do bacon on this today, but I always buy bacon at Aldi because I usually can get it for $4 a pound, $3.99, and it's a whole pound. It's 16 ounces, not 12 ounces. So I know certain items, I like to get them at certain stores and I will buy in bulk. I will stock up when I'm there. So know your prices, don't get taken advantage of. And now let's talk about lower prices. So for the lower prices, Aldi was the clear winner. But maybe for you, you don't like Aldi's quality. Maybe that influences your buying decisions, okay? I know there's some things I don't particularly like to buy at Aldi and other things I'm very open to. Give and take a little bit. And maybe Aldi is where we need to start shopping more. I will say Aldi does not have the largest selection, which takes me into Walmart. Okay, let's touch on Walmart for a minute. They have a great selection. And when you compare the totals, Walmart compared to Aldi was only 54 cents difference. For a 54-cent difference, you might prefer Walmart over Aldi. So Walmart did not have a single item fall into the highest category for them. For lowest price, they didn't have a ton, but that's because Aldi just beat them out by a hair almost every single time. So Walmart, I would say, was your kind of middle of the ground steadily and consistently affordable. Now it's up to you. Do you support Walmart? Do you shop where you support versus shopping for the price? Totally up to you. I'm not judging on that at all. But I think Aldi was the winner, with Walmart being a very, very close runner-up. A second ago, I touched on the discrepancy between Walmart and Aldi, which was 54 cents. Let's go ahead and give you all those totals. So Aldi, the total was $37.28. And these are not factoring tax. This is just the list totaled up. Walmart was $37.82. Kroger, $41.71. And at Target, $40.29. So shopping at, say, Aldi versus Kroger could have saved me about $4.50, a little under $4.50. But then tax would figure in, of course, as well, and add up as well. All right, there you have it. That is the price breakdown of these 15 items across 4 stores. Which store is the best deal? Which one is the worst? What do you guys think? Leave me some comments. Are you surprised? Did you think Target would be higher than Kroger? I did think so. I really, really did. I've always been like, Target's expensive. Kroger apparently is, and Kroger sucks me in with the deals. I have shopped at Walmart more recently during January and February, my pantry challenge. I'll link those videos in the description if you want to check those out. I shopped at Walmart. I gave Walmart a try to see if it would make a difference kind of in the grocery budget versus shopping at Kroger. I don't love Walmart. I really do enjoy shopping at Kroger because I see deals, and I think I am getting a good deal, whereas I don't feel like Walmart runs as many deals. They don't have as good like of points and a coupon system. Kroger, they give you coupons, man. So it's tricky. Subscribe to my channel, and I would love to have you back for more.